That was probably a little bit dark, but as you can see, I barely pumped like an ounce of breast milk, and I've been struggling with that issue for about a week or more now. I don't know what happened. So I have been trying all of the things. I literally am almost at my wit's end. I kind of feel like I want to give up on breastfeeding or at least pumping breast milk, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm still hanging in there. I have tried so many different supplements. Like, here are the things that I've tried so far. So I have the same brand of all of these supplements. I still take them every day pretty much, even though I'm still only producing an ounce of milk every time I pump. But as you can see, I poured a bottle of breast milk. So if I pump multiple times a day, it'll still give me at least 3 to 4 ounces of milk, so I can give him up at least 1 bottle of breast milk. He is drinking formula too, so that's where I'm like, okay, I'm okay, but I would prefer to be able to give him more breast milk than anything right now. So yeah, so I have all of these different ones. I feel like the Cash Cow actually even reduces my breast milk even more, so I'm not really sure about this one, but I definitely been taking the Pump Princess and the Milk Palooza every day. I take it every day, 3 times a day, consistently, just in case my supply does decide to come back up. My body will already be on that schedule. And then I bought these lactation cookies. I've been eating these lactation cookies and using the drink, so the lactation drink mix. This is good to me. I've been using these two since I got home, basically, because I wasn't producing a lot of breast milk when I got home. I don't know if it just happened naturally or if the cookies and the drink did it, but like a couple of days after me getting home, I started to pump like, I don't know, 4 ounces, maybe one side would get 4 ounces and the other might get like 2. So I was filling up bags, the 6-ounce bags, I was filling those up. So I'm not understanding what happened to the point where I'm only producing or only able to pump 1 ounce of milk between both sides. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm hanging in there. I am at my wit's end. I'm ready to give up, but I want to at least give him breast milk until he's about 6 months. So he's only 2 months. I have 4 months to go. If I can't get my supply up, it is what it is. I'm not going to stress myself over it, but I am going to give it a good try before I just finally say, okay, to hell with it. I think for me, the positive side about it is that I'm still producing milk. So even though it's not a lot of milk, I'm still producing some type of milk. So that's the reason why I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep trying. If I wasn't producing anything, then it'll be a different story. But because I am still producing milk, I'm going to keep giving it a try. I did just order this tea from Instagram influencer. Well, it's not her tea. She promoted it on her page because she said that her supply was declining. At this point, I've tried so many different things. I even tried the Milk Maid tea and the what's the other one? The Milk Maid and the Mother's Milk tea. Those two, I feel like even if I'm taking it 3 times a day, I still don't see an increase. And I haven't seen an increase even after 3 days or 2 days. So it's like, okay, I don't know what's going on with my supply right now. I've pumped more than I've pumped in the past, and maybe that's what the issue was, is that I wasn't pumping enough. But because I have been pumping more frequently now, I would figure that after a week at least, I would see an increase in milk, but I have not. But I will say that every time I pump, I at least get an ounce. So if I pump multiple times a day, if I did pump 6 times a day, I would probably still be able to fill up a bag. But I don't know, I just feel like when I was a month ago, when I was pumping about 6 ounces in one go. So I'm trying to get back there, or at least half of there. If I could pump 3 ounces at one go and then 3 ounces the next time I pump, that'd be great. I've always wanted to just either strictly breastfeed, but because when I left the hospital, I wasn't able to be able to strictly breastfeed him. I was okay with the formula, but I've always wanted to do the 50-50. So 50% formula and 50% breast milk, and possibly increasing the amount of breast milk that he gets. But again, it doesn't look like that's happening. I do know that I'm not supposed to stress myself about that, so I'm not going to stress myself about it, but it is still in the back of my brain, like, what is going on with breast milk? So I'm hopeful for this tea that I ordered from the Instagram influencer that I follow. Sorry, it's all over the place, mom brain. But yeah, that's what I was saying. I ordered this tea that this Instagram mom influencer that I follow, I've been following her for years. She said that she used to help with her breast milk supply because hers was declining. I messaged her and, you know, basically told her, like, I'm basically only pumping like 1 ounce, barely 1 ounce every time I pump. So she was like, you should probably go ahead and order it or reach out to the company and let them know what's going on. So I did that. I ordered some. Well, I actually did get a discount. But I think it was just a sale being ran when I ordered the tea. So I'm going to wait for that. Still use the supplements that I'm using and pumping and, you know, increase my water intake and stuff like that. But I'm anxious now, waiting for that to see if it actually works. If that helps, even if it's 2 ounces, it helps a little bit, I would feel so much better. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the breastfeeding thing. Like I said, I just don't know what else to do. I'm trying to be patient with myself and not be too hard about the situation, but it is frustrating when I was definitely pumping quite a bit of milk and he was able to even feed and be full, be satisfied from breastfeeding. So I'm trying to definitely get back there some type of way. All right, so I finally got the baby to sleep for now. We'll see how long he stays asleep. But my fiance wanted juice. We got a juicer today. He's been on like a health kick, a cleanse, and yeah, I made a juice earlier today. We drank it all very quickly, but it really wasn't a full like pitcher or anything. So I'm about to use all of the fruit that we have to try to fill up the container that I have, so that he'll have juice, you know, at least enough juice for a day or so. I didn't think it would be as good as it was, but it was really good, and I didn't have to add any sugar or anything to it. So I'm really interested to see how this juicing goes, because now I'm kind of into it. After trying my juice earlier today. So earlier today I made juice. It was orange, pineapple, and grapes. I don't have any more pineapple. I used all the pineapple earlier. I wasn't expecting to have to make any more, but I used all the pineapple earlier. So what I do have is strawberries, more grapes, and more oranges. So I'm going to use all 3 of those to make some more juice. I'm going to try it. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. And like I said, I'm going to try to fill the container that I have. So this is the container that I have. I'm going to try to fill this up, or at least halfway, however much the rest of this fruit makes. It's just what it is, but hopefully it fills it up. So it'll be enough juice for at least, like I said, a day or two between the 2 of us. But yeah, I think I'm definitely enjoying the juicing so far, even though this was just day 1, but it was good, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. As soon as I get all the things off the heads off the strawberries. And yeah, so this is basically going to be a montage. Hopefully you can see me. Yeah, you can see me. So yeah. Oh, I'm really hoping this helps, especially with me trying to get my breast milk supply back up. So earlier I mentioned that my breast milk supply has gotten extremely low. I am still waiting on my tea to get shipped, but when I spoke to the lady who owns the company on Instagram, she told me that she was shipping out orders over the weekend. It's Sunday now. That was like Thursday. So I'm sure it probably was shipped. I didn't get any tracking information, but the way the platform is set up, especially when I order through Instagram, I don't think I ever get shipping information. So I'm going to look and see if I got any shipping information. If I didn't, oh well, but I'm sure it's coming. But I'm like anxiously waiting for that tea. So yeah. But I do know that they said that, you know, eating more fruits, staying hydrated, or doubling your hydration typically helps with your breast milk supply. So I'm trying everything that I could possibly try to get my breast milk supply up, but it's still gonna struggle. So that is what it is. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. Won't be talking anymore.